What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Terra Luna Classic has been the talk of the town for pretty much, I don't know, the last month or so. We've seen a lot of people that got really interested in exactly what's going on with this position. I think it's going to be the big winner of this month. Obviously, already up a hell of a lot. You're seeing other positions that are up and other catalysts for other projects in this month. But I think Terra Luna Classic is just gonna, blow this whole thing out of the water, right? You're gonna see a ton of movement with Terra Luna Classic, and you already have seen a ton of movement. I mean, I consider from where I was initially talking about it, as a win today. Even though we did see a little bit of a pullback, it's definitely a win today. Now, the main question that a lot of people have today is around exchanges, right? We understand that the 1.2% will be implemented, and we know that that's going to be on chain transactions. And that's very, very important to see the on chain transactions that are happening. But we also need to see the exchanges that are going to support this movement, not only on chain, but also off chain. So I think if we're going to understand what exchanges, what CEXs are supporting this, supporting at least the on-chain transactions before you get into that discussion of on-chain or off-chain. Um, I think we need to understand what exchanges are supporting it as it is right now with the on-chain transactions, and not every exchange flows through on-chain. So you're not going to see every exchange that come out and does that. But if we can see the top exchanges, the ones with the most volume that go for on-chain transactions, I would hope we can see off-chain as well. But we just need to see the support. So guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you want to subscribe or follow my Patreon, feel free to subscribe to my Patreon. We have multiple levels there, over 200 members. And we have a really, really good community. A lot of people that are commenting on different things, and I'm creating different videos, doing buy alerts. Anytime I make a buy or a sell, I haven't made a recent buy or sell besides Terra 2.0. I do expect to make more buys as we see more bullish, more of a bullish market, right? They're more swing trades than day trades. So definitely check out the Patreon if you guys want a lot of this information and educational content too. So definitely check that out. But again, we're here to talk about Terra Luna Classic. Now, currently it's up about 4%. And like I said yesterday, where we saw the high point that it was, early in the day, where it was at like 0.0005 early in the day. Where we saw the difference. Sorry. So it wasn't at 0.005 yesterday, but what we were saying was that in the beginning of the 24-hour cutoff for yesterday, you saw it at such a high point. So, it showed a decrease by like 20% or something. But then as it got to like 2 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we looked like we were up, and we were pretty much up the rest of the day. Hopefully that makes sense. But now we're seeing it around the same range that we were yesterday, just a little bit of an increase. We did see it increase yesterday. So at some point, if you look on the chart, at some point right here around 9 o'clock, we're going to look like we're down because of the way that it's falling down, creating these lower lows and lower highs. On the way down. However, right now it doesn't look like it's creating a lower low. It looks like it might be consolidating in a way. So either way, when we get up to this point, if we're somewhere around this price point again, we're going to look like we're down rather than being up. So just be aware of that. Market cap is around 2.7 billion, so we have increase there. We are seeing the volume that has decreased by 42%. It's at 1.4, almost 1.5 billion dollars, which is still a lot. We just want to see more and more volume as we're getting closer and closer to the 1.2%. Now, I would only like to see the volume once we implement the 1.2%, whether it's just on chain or on chain and off chain. But I'm just waiting for that to happen there. Obviously, the main point that we want to focus on for pretty much the remainder of, Terra Luna Classic's existence is probably more of the circulating supply, understanding how we can bring that down from trillion supply down to maybe hundreds of billions or even tens of billions. That would be amazing. But Specifically, what I wanted to talk about in this video was more on the exchanges. What exchanges are offering the 1.2% burn tax or supporting the 1.2% burn tax? Well, I put out a tweet recently about this, and it got a lot of love. It got about 1,200 likes, which is way more than my average. My average is around 200 or so. So seeing that many likes is amazing. And it was just a spur of the moment type of thing. And I noticed that a lot of other people created the same thing. When you create something that works, other people will mirror that and just add whatever to it. So if they added another exchange, they'll add another exchange. Now, I did see somebody that we saw another exchange, but it's a very small exchange. So it's not something that I mean, I guess we can call out. But yeah, I have the list of exchanges here, and the more important ones right now are going to be Binance, it's going to be KuCoin, it's going to be Gate.io. You're going to see it MEXC. For some reason, there's a fly right here. There's going to be MEXC. You're going to see KuCoin. You see, and I don't know how to pronounce that last one, HG. So these exchanges are the ones that are supporting the 1.2% burn. This is all on-chain transactions, and obviously, I wanted to call out Coinbase. Coinbase doesn't even offer LUNC, but if they launched LUNC on their platform and then also supported the 1.2% burn, it would be absolutely huge. This would be one of the biggest announcements that we could have, if not the biggest announcement that you can have in September, if Coinbase came out and said, you know what, we're supporting LUNC and we're going to go ahead and implement the burn tax as well. Maybe they'll do that when this all goes live. I don't know. But I definitely want to see, what's going to happen with that. But it's good to see the Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io, MEXC, HG, that's all on it, CoinIn, that's all on it. But why is this important? Why are these important, when it comes to the overall volume? Well, if you don't know, Binance is majority of the volume. If you look at Binance, it's 45% of the volume for Terra Luna Classic. KuCoin is next, where it's 8% or almost 9%. Gate.io is right there too at 6% or 7%. And then HG is at about 1.5%. So you're seeing the top four that are already coming out and saying, you know what, we accept the 1.2% burn on chain. Then after on-chain gets implemented, let's figure out off-chain. So this is a big deal. Obviously, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a big deal that they are supporting it even on-chain, because if they are supporting it on-chain, which I mean, they should, then you're seeing all of that on-chain volume that flows through something like Terra Station, where you see 3.13 trillion coins that are being sold and bought, and back and forth, and you see the tax applied to that. You're seeing a decent amount. You're seeing maybe a trillion in a month, or you're seeing maybe tens of billions that you can burn off in a day, right? So that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic if that can happen. So we need to see on-chain transactions before we can see off-chain. We will talk about that in a future video, but I wanted to make this all about these on-chain transactions and these CEXs that are supporting it, so people do know who they are. Again, I think this is huge. It's not huge news because it's already out here, but it's a big deal. It definitely is. You let me know, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon or my Twitter, we're getting close to 10,000 followers on Twitter, and it would be great if we get there. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.